What is up, Ape family?
Guys, how are you?
The Great Canadian Apes. My name is James Marin.
Jim Marin.
And this is not financial advice, so take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Remember to do your own DD and only put in as much as you are willing to lose. So, anyways, further from that, CRTX. We are looking at a brand new stock today. We've never looked at in the past. I actually just found it through Twitter, through Reddit, that type of a thing. And it honestly looks like a pretty solid play to me. So I'm gonna show you guys what it is. Ortex Data is a biopharmaceutical company specializing in improving the lives for Alzheimer's and degenerative disease patients. It has great upward consolidation on the 5-day chart. It's number 4 on Fintel's short squeeze list. We're gonna take a look at the Ortex and Fintel data. Analysts have set price target of $38.50. It's trading at about $13.90, $14 right now, and it's in the top 5% of insider ownership for all companies in the stock market, according to Fintel. So taking a look at the company, what they do, Ortex Data is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company pioneering upstream therapeutic approaches designed to improve the lives of patients diagnosed with Alzheimer's and other degenerative diseases. Ortex Data's lead program targets a specific infectious pathogen called P. gingival, I can't say it, found in the brain and other organs and tied to degeneration and inflammation in humans and animal models. The company's causation evidence for Alzheimer's disease and the mechanism of its novel therapeutic has been independently replicated and confirmed by multiple laboratories around the world, as well as published in peer-reviewed scientific journals. So, number of people with Alzheimer's and degenerative diseases. So worldwide, at least 50 million people are believed to be living with Alzheimer's and degenerative diseases, and this number could exceed 152 million by 2050. And that is from Bright Focus. We can see it right here. Each day, every 65 seconds, someone in America develops Alzheimer's. By mid-century, someone in America will develop the disease every 33 seconds. Worldwide, at least 50 million. And according to the United Nations, that is more than the population of Colombia. If breakthroughs are not discovered, rates could exceed 152 million by 2050, which is just insane.
And CRTX is a company that's making breakthroughs.
They are making some breakthroughs, which is awesome, going to help millions of people. And let's take a look at this.
So to take a look at the Ortex data for Ortex, we see there's 3 sells and 4 buys.
So that is very bipolar.
Right? And so the target price is $38.50, a return potential of 176%. If we take a look at the free float on loan, 41.36%. We see that the utilization is at 95.44. That is down 1% from where it was last week. For today's changes, the short interest change did go down slightly with borrowed shares of about $250,000, with returning shares about $250,000. The cost to borrow is in around 12%.
Yep.
So not huge. Shares on loan has decreased by 11% over the last week to its current level of 7.45 million. The percent of free float on loan has gone down by 11% to its current 41.36. The estimated short interest of free float has as well gone down by the 11% to the current 46.76%. Last exchange reported short interest was 9.05 million, and that was as per November 15th. From Fintel data on CRTX, there's short interest of 9 million shares with a 7.6 days to cover. Short interest percentage of the float is over 50%. Dark pool short volume, 630,000 shares, with a dark pool short volume ratio of 45%. So it's about double. Take a look at short squeeze score. We have 95.25, 4th out of the 5,400 companies. The short shares availability, not many, down to 15,000. Short borrow fee rate is not high as yet.
It isn't. Not yet.
It's only at 11.9. It hasn't been high any time through here, which is interesting. Failures to delivers, they have been on the failure to deliver list considerably and on every day for the last couple weeks since October 28th. The number of shares outstanding for this company in total is just short of 30 million. The available free float is 18 million, with 9 million borrowed already. The free float is only at 9 million, and which gives a short interest of 50%, which that's huge.
That is pretty big.
That's big.
That's one of my big
50%.
indicators for this company. This is why I kind of like this stock.
And there's just a crap load of there's
the Citadel again.
Citadel's everywhere with these guys. Try to help Alzheimer's. I mean, Alzheimer's. God bless. I'll probably get Alzheimer's. I think I'm early Alzheimer's already. I forget things all the time. But not to be joking about it, because a lot of people in my age group, we're part of the sandwich generation. We take care of our kids and we take care of our parents. And there's millions out there that, unfortunately, the parents, as they get into the 70s, 80s, etc., they're developing Alzheimer's and these other degenerative diseases. And God bless, they live wonderfully till in their 90s.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 10, 15, 20 years that we're keeping care of our loved ones. And if this company can bring some relief to those that do have the Alzheimer's, etc., then that'd be awesome. But again, we've got Citadel in here, Jane Street's in here. Where's Susquehanna? There's Susquehanna.
You just know to look for them.
They're all in here. They're having another freaking party in here, eh? Yeah.
One thing that I do want to take a look at too is if you take a look at Fintel and we go over here to CRTX and you come down to officer accumulation, 77.68%, 522 out of 11,000 companies.
The insider accumulation score is a multi-factor quant model that ranks companies according to the level of buying by corporate insiders. So the insiders aren't buying, but their ownership accumulation is very high at 91.63. This number shows the ownership accumulation score as a proprietary quantitative model that ranks companies based on the level of ownership accumulation. To calculate the ranking, we look at two key factors: the change in the number of disclosed owners over the past quarter and the change in portfolio allocation of existing owners over the prior quarter. So what it may be, and this 77.68 is the officer accumulation quantifying model that finds significant buying by officers without a large increase in price, useful for identifying companies with high management confidence before price movements. So
yeah,
they're confident in the price before it goes up. They're thinking this is going to go up.
So taking a look at the 5-day, we can see some great consolidation here. It's going up, reached a high today in pre-market, I remember, at 1485. And then it went down in market, and now it is steadily climbing back up again. Honestly, this reminds me, I don't want to compare the two, but it does remind me a lot of Progenity on how it went up, and then it went down, but then it went up and made new highs. Right? So something to watch for here for sure. If we take a look at 3-month chart, it had a high of $101. So that is insane.
So this is a company that was trading in around $100 a few months ago. But that one report came back and it was denied.
Yep.
So they've continued work with it. They presented their results, and from what we can see, there's positive feedback coming from this. So, I mean, I looked at this and I thought maybe it was a stock split or 4-to-1, something like that. It dropped from 60 to 20, and that happened immediately on one day. That is what happens with pharmas if things aren't going through be it the FDA or what have you, then it goes down. But then it's not like throwing everything away. It just means that they need to go back. They're scientists. They're going to go back and they're going to rework and restudy and do another test analysis and come back with it.
Yep.
And so they have since reported on that. And that is why now people are saying, well, yeah, this is the $38 company. It's trading at 13 right now.
Yeah.
But it could be, 3 times that.
Yeah.
Right? It could 3x. From 13 to 38, right? And so that was dramatic that it did come down here.
Do you want to take a look at their financials?
A lot of times the shorts, the shit-it-ells and all, will really attack a company that is laden with debt.
Yep.
They have a lot of debt. They might not make the year, that sort of thing. But taking a look at the balance sheet for CRTX, they have total cash.
Yep.
Cash.
Yeah.
100 million. 114 million cash money. They have total debt of 1. That's a good deal.
That looks pretty
That's
good
like
to
no
me.
credit cards. That's no lines of credit. That's
Yeah.
they barely have a mortgage on the house. A couple payments left.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of debt. So this company can go through now their operating cash flow was at negative 61 million. This is an R&D company. They're still in the stages of going through their trials, patents, etc.
Just like Progendi.
But that gives them 2 years. This gives them a minimum of 2 years. Their cash on hand is double, and they don't have any debt. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome that they don't.
I
have
like
that.
to see that for sure.
And so shit, short all you want. The company's not going anywhere, and they're still working very positively towards enhancements for those with Alzheimer's and degenerative diseases.
Yeah, for sure. So we just wanted to do a really quick video on CRTX because I actually just found it today. It was spread out a lot in the Reddits and Twitter, that type of a thing. And it was one of the things in the Reddits that were actually consolidating upwards, which I like to see, and not crashing and burning right away, which unfortunately a lot do seem to be doing. Again, Ortex Data is a biopharmaceutical company specializing in improving the lives for Alzheimer's and degenerative disease patients. Great upward consolidation on the 5-day chart. Number 4 on Fintel's short squeeze list. Analysts have set a price target of $38.50 in the top 5% of insider ownership for companies in the stock market for officer accumulation.
So we wanted to bring CRTX to you because it's just another one of those companies like Progendi that has some really good stuff working for it that is an emerging company, we feel, and the clinical trials that they're going back to, they just keep on working at it.
Yep.
They keep on digging in the corners.
Yeah.
They're going to get the puck out of the corner. They're going to put a top shelf. They just don't have it yet.
Yep.
Right? And so I would put this as a heavy, high draft pick. We want to be able to bring you stocks that not only have short squeeze potential, this one does. 50% short squeeze.
Jeez, yeah.
And their outstanding shares, even the ones that they have in their back pocket, it's not a lot. Like they could add 10 million. That's it.
Yep.
Right? And a lot of these companies go from, they start out with 100 million and they end up with, 300 million, right? And this is a company that currently has roughly 20 million in their free float, 18 million. They have 9 million already borrowed. It's gone. And the company can only bring in another 8 to 10 million.
Yep.
And they don't really need the money. They've got $113 million of cash.
I'd like $113 million of cash.
Wouldn't that be sweet, Ola?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe this can bring us a little bit of that, right?
A little bit closer.
Maybe
Possibly.
some Christmas
Not
tendies.
financial advice.
Maybe some Christmas tendies. Not financial advice, maybe some Christmas tendies. But so this company, unlike many of the short squeeze companies that are high on Fintel's short squeeze list, they need money. They don't have money. They keep on going to their earnings reports saying, I think we're going to make it to next year. These guys have 113 million in cash and only have 1 million in debt. They don't have to, raise shares and outstandings and all that.
Yeah.
So kind of neat.
So just wanted to bring that to you guys. We are the Great Canadian Apes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, share. I put our Twitter in our bio below in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Love it.
Let's do it.
Do it. All right.